So if you there's you don't have to progress and become like this fully healed person, though it seems like that's been pressed upon us so hard, but then there's so many blocks that may come into fruition like soon, where now there aren't so many blocks and you're able to just choose to do that if you want to like integrate more parts, and that's like um, just like what you want to do with your life. But yeah, there is and there has always been judgment coming through, and it hasn't for the past year and a half. But yes, it is it's continuously intensifying, no matter, even though it is very intense and somewhat heartbreaking what has occurred on Earth in kind of in the subconscious, unconscious realms. Um, but due to our basic will and pure intentions of all beings that are contracted to Earth and beyond, this does follow through. We just have to, if you are suffering at all, get through those moments. Because sometimes you will even face like lashback to things, like you put in good work and hard effort and you get this negative energy back, and that's not supposed to happen. Not even the evil, negative, dense energies on Earth are doing that. That's the thing. The whole purpose of Earth is for the light and dark to balance itself out. And those souls that, like, yes, the scapegoat souls, you healing and then having those just basic boundaries and just basically healing and being that, for just being alive and being that, is helpful in carrying that essence for the world, your family, and everything. So that's a beautiful thing. But there's judgment beyond us happening. And the reason it's so hard is for a reason that can't be exactly brought to the surface yet, but it is occurring. And even though it doesn't seem like we are in this together, and we are, it's just in a different reality that we aren't able to like view or feel yet. But we are all together, the bad, the good, the Satanists, the light, the actual Satanists, and the light people. And what does it surprise you that most of those religious people, or most of those light people that claim to be the ones that are all knowing and claim to know more than you and claim that you need to learn from them? Yeah, well, they're wrong. They're worse than, yeah. The Satanism has had a purpose, and every like ritual or whatever, it was pre-planned. It was before. For reasons of holding that like collective dark or unconscious. And so look at that, because a lot of us souls probably couldn't handle that, and it's hard for any human to harm any other human, and that was their role. So Earth understands this. So these negative collectives, or deserve to have space held for them, for the truth, even if we don't understand it, for the truth of what they really are doing and helping our collective. Because those like false spiritual leaders who think that they know things and that you need them to teach you things, and they're perpetuating and blaming all of these people that they think are negative, or groups that are negative, they are not helping serve Earth's purpose. And they come off as knowing what they're talking about and da da da. Well, guess what? That's just that 3D shit of those higher up CEO corporations that come in and walk in and act like they're shit and they have everything together, and they don't. And yes, it seems like a paradox that like the ones that do know, what do we seem anxious, and do we stutter sometimes, and are we awkward? And how could that possibly be higher dimensional? Because it is. And that's the truth of things. Once we actually because it is. And once we actually learn to know that and shed and get rid of those projections of shame that we aren't, then we are that, and and it just it trickles into all of everything, because you know what Earth supports more than anything? The truth. That. So there you go. Don't be afraid to be that awkward or shaky or whatever when you are the one who is correct, and you don't need to prove that. If the more you try to prove that and yell at and like force people to understand things that they clearly are dedicated not to, don't give them your time and energy. You energetically, throughout all of the energy of Earth, hold all of that and send that through automatically, whether those people know it or not. That's how powerful it is. When you're in alignment with Earth and the truth of things, that's what happens.